Hello everyone and welcome back. So I've just created a really long video of just organizing the common cards, and now we're going to do the same thing with the uncommon. So this should go much quicker. As you can see, I removed those. If you watch that other video, I put them back into my computer room, bedroom, to be programmed into the Magic Workstation. And so now I'm going to start and work on organizing the uncommons. The same way I did the commons. This should go faster because there's less cards. So we're going to literally do this. Start this with color. Not that that's a racial comment. You guys notice that I talk a lot about that. I have friends of all color, all races, and we just don't think that we can be concerned about that. There are races out there, but you can't stop somebody from being a dick and control their actions. So you can only control yourself. So anyway, moving on. So I'm putting these in a white, green, blue, red, black order with the artifacts, and then so I have land cards. So this right now is basic gold cards and multicolored things over here. I'll deal with them separately. But I'm going to put them all in the order, and you'll notice as you go through these cards, I begin seeing, and this is what's unique about these cards. You see these cards that are flipped cards. You actually flip them over, and then that's what I noticed when I was unpacking them. I was noticing this little thing on the very bottom. And I knew I'd have this in these cards when I learned what it was. This is a reminder that it's a flip card, and it looks like there's land on all of them. Or most of them. I don't think all of them, because I think I saw one that didn't have just land, but there's basically land in the card, and that's what these cards here are for. They're another version of these cards that came in other sets, but you basically write it down. I prefer this thing, but because it looks cooler. But if I can find a way to go in the computer, print a copy of a card on this, I will use this, and it'll be nice, but I want to make it look good, not sloppy. So, those of you that had, that might be an idea. Some of you probably have already thought of that idea before. It's like, yeah, that's common knowledge, but not for all of us, to be honest with you. So, all right, so let's go ahead and start putting these in their right order. And as they come out, you start thinking about, oh, I want to use that. I want to use that. And then especially with this ability, it's like, wow, okay, I really want to know that. And so again, this is a counter target creature. It has mana on the other side, so you can play it as a land card. So, okay, so to be honest with you, that is going to change your... So again, you cast a spell or you play it as land, but that's going to change the amount of land you have in your deck. So think about that, because now you can have more creature cards. Because I'm always having to subtract cards. That my friend asked me what order I do things. He apparently starts with his land first. I don't do my land first. If I'm playing a single color, monocolor, I do land last, and I start subtracting cards that I can do without in my deck, and then I make land fit that way. Also, if I'm doing a multicolored deck, I want to have my creatures out first, and I want to figure out how many lands for how many creatures, or how many requirements of the color that I need are out there. And so I literally will count them up. And I will show this in another video, this process. It works best for me, and you guys may want to adapt it. But this is going to change how I work land into creatures. And so... right now, I'm putting this in here to program it into the computer, but now that I think about it, this is going to change, and that's my phone ringing. And I'm going to... actually, I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. It might be for my father's doctor's appointment. Okay, sorry about that. I did get a phone call, and it was an appointment for my dad's, a doctor's appointment for my dad. So, but as I was saying, is that I have recently in my library taken out I've always kept my allies in one location. I've always kept certain things in different locations. The gold cards and multicolored cards in one location. But I believe what I'm going to be doing with these cards, because they have land on the back, is I will probably put them in a different location as well. Flip cards, yeah. I think that'll be very handy for making decks, so they'll be in a different location than most cards. And this card here, I have a feeling it's going to be used a lot, just because it's a way of bouncing a land up and then putting a new land down. And if you can untap this, you can do it multiple times. Think about that. So I'm going to have fun playing that. I probably shouldn't be saying some of these ideas, because if my friends end up watching this, they might know what's coming and want to try to counter it. Which is fine, because I'm also going to play my older decks, which is going to... Sometimes when I'm playing in a group of 6 players, all I want is cards that really annoy the crap out of my other players. Because anytime you get too powerful, you just... everybody picks on you. We have this guy, David. That happens to him a lot. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. So, at this time, I'm going to do my organization based upon just the colors and the ideas programming in there. I will be thinking, I'm not going to make a video of me typing everything up, because that would be too long and bore the crap out of all of us. And I need to focus on typing it correctly. But I will definitely show you the program I do and what I'm doing at some point as an instructive video. In the same way I'm going to do the Star Trek Online. I mean, I do not program my Star Trek cards, but that's an artifact, colored artifact, so they go there. Whoa, that was a colored artifact too. But another colored artifact. What was I saying? Colored artifact. Again, I could just talk about order all day. I was mentioning a while back, though, that this girl came over, and one of the things I just thought was so attractive is that my brother had left my Stargate SG-1 in just the wrong order, and it's supposed to show the Stargate in the DVD box, and he just put it back in any way he wanted to. He leaves CDs out, drives me up the wall. She came over the first time, saw that, and just like organized my shelf, and I'm like, oh dude, that's kind of hot. And she is hot. But, you know, she's also a pain in the ass. But she's young, she's learning slow. Sometimes it might feel like it, but one of the things in life is to learn how to be patient with other people. Because they are all different than you are. Alright. And I know taking care of mentally and physically handicapped people, I've been told over and over again, to the point where it's tiring, that I must have the patience of a god. And I must admit, it's a difficult job. And that's why I say bless anybody you can possibly bless who is doing that job, because all the things that we take for granted are things they have difficulty with. And those of you that work in this field, I realize there's some very uncaring individuals. It's a great way of looking at the rest of the world too. Alright, so we're getting close to the end of organizing them into color. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with these new flip cards. I will probably... So I have some other flip cards set off to the side and not in my normal library. And I think I'm going to do that with these. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure. Because it just... you need to be able to grab this when you need to. And this is going to change the amount of land I put into my deck. And how I do that. And I kind of like that idea. Because then I can say, okay, I can't have this card, but this is a card that's just like a card that I want, so I'm going to use that instead. and it can be a land if I need it to be a land. In fact, let's go ahead and look at one of these lands for a second. So I think this is still considered a basic. Okay, so here's the thing to know about this is it does not register as a basic land. So you can't go searching for this in your library if you need a basic land. This is just a land. Alright, we're almost done here though. And so we're going to organize it. Again, this is for building your library and controlling that library to make sure you have order in your library. And then I highly recommend that you build several decks, and then you organize the cards you pull out as you build, and you reorganize everything, or not reorganize, but put everything back so you're not doing it all at once, like every time you make a deck. That can be tiring. Alright, we'll put some golden cards back here. We're going to start, I don't know what end of the field to start with, to be honest with you, but this is up here, so we will start with this. And partially because this is the more difficult one. So this is another card. It produces land, but it's a creature. So I almost want to put this with my other land cards over there. And I might, but we still have to program these. So but right now, organize them into the Magic Workstation. So I'm going to go ahead, just start putting these out based upon their names, or me, I'm looking at the picture. So here's a land card. We're going to start putting land cards up here because we're going to keep them somewhat separate after this. There we go. There we go. Again, I have at least 3 of these, I think. I think it's going to be a good card to have. I might work on getting more. Instant. Yep, I have 3 of those. There's a land card, a plant skeleton, and another taps for multiple lands. So this is actually an equipment card, so we're going to put it there. Instance and a land. So I'm going to go ahead and take my land, and I'm going to put my land, I think, yeah, I'll put it next to this land over here, or this creature that taps for land. And at this time, I don't know where I'm going to keep this creature when I store him. Most likely, I'm going to put him up there. In fact, but I'm programming this now, so I'm going to keep this with this. So what I want to do is I want to kind of color coordinate this as best I can. Blech, getting dry again. So I like to do in order of the first mana. So white first, then black. So white, and the black comes before blue. And then I'm going to look for green. This is a green-blue. And this is a green-white. So I'm going to grab green-white, grab green-blue. Then I'm going to grab the blue here, which is a blue-red, and then a blue-black. And then a red-white and a red-green. And then I'm going to grab the black-green, put it right there. Okay. So this is now ordered. I'm going to stack this right over here. Now we're going to do the artifacts. Now there are artifacts that are of color here, and again, I don't know yet how I'm going to put them in my library, but this is about programming them into a database. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, kind of do this. This artifact, that's right, okay. This is the Ritual Axe. I have a unique art for that one somewhere as well. Put that there, there, there. That there again, there, and I have one of those. I know I got several of those. Relic. I should have more of these, I think. But okay, well, we'll figure out what happened to them. So in this, it's really difficult, so I definitely want to keep the colorless with the colorless, and keep those together because they're going to be simple. So I'm going to start with my organization there, and that was put in the wrong spot, and that's 3, so we're going to keep that in one stack, and we're going to put that here as well. And then what I'm going to do is kind of just stack these like that. So at some point there's no real logic to the order. So I know we're dealing with artifacts. I'm going to put the colored artifacts at the bottom. So I know I'm dealing with artifacts and I grab it automatically. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to our black. So we're going to go ahead and just do creature, instant, sorcery, and enchantment. So we're going to do that first. Oh, there we go. And then creature, sorcery. And part of the problem with these land cards is I'm going to have to find a way of, in my program, showing that there's a land behind this. And there is a way of doing multi-flip cards in there. And I'll probably have to do, now, in fact, actually, I will probably have to do all the flip cards together. And that's what I'm probably going to do is, before I program this, I'll put all the flip cards in one category and do them separately, because I already have a stack over there for flip cards. So, but right now, oh jeez. So yeah, I can always pull the flip cards out later. Right now, I want to get them in creature, instant, sorcerer, and sorceress, sorcery, enchantment order, just because it's easier to control. So put all my how'd that sorcerer get there? I think that's the one I moved. Creatures. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. Creatures, instants. Interesting. So one of the things I'm noticing is a lot of these. So we'll go through this when I'm done. Creatures. Creature. Sorcery. Creature. Instant. Creature. Instant. So here are my enchantments. We'll stack that right here. Well, yeah, we'll stack that right there for now. My sorceries, one thing you're going to notice is that it looks like to me, let's see how many here. So there are 2 of each. There are 2 sorceries that produce land here and 2 that don't. In the instance category, so I'm going to go a little off here, all my instances also can produce land. So, this I think is going to change up how I do things for stacking here. So I'm going to put, right now, all mine who are just producing of just spells there. My land that produce land will go down here. So that way I can program them differently, and I keep all these things into one area. So let's do the creatures real quickly. You'll notice there are a lot more creatures that don't produce land, and there's a sorcery there. Wait a minute. Oh, sorcery over here too. So I only had 1 of this sorcery, now I have 3. I noticed that earlier, but I was focused on the land cards. So creature, let's see here. Creature, somewhere in here, I thought I said the other, here it comes. So 1 of those, and 1 of these, and 1 of these. So I have 2 creatures here that produce land. Actually, I have 1 creature here that produces land. They're just the same ones that was in 2 different piles. So I'm going to put that with this. And then I'm going to, because I'm going to use a flip card thing, but then again, in the library, I want to have that in a different area, because I want to, let's throw a couple of these in, just because it'll give me an extra land if I need it. And it'll just give me a random creature too. And that might be just useful because I might need defense. And I can always, later on, if I cast... Oh, that's the other thing. If I cast it... So this is for land... when you're making a land deck, if I cast it as a land, I can always pick it up because I don't need it anymore and cast it as a card. And if I do a blink deck along with a land deck and do the same effect, I can switch back and forth depending on how my draw step is going. So just ideas to throw out there. But again, this is about organization of your deck. So let's go ahead and take the creatures. Looks like this creature is a cost of 5. We're going to put it there. Cost of 2. Cost of 3 and 3. This is 2. And oh, that's a cost of 4. So let's go ahead and throw that back here in the back. All right. So we're going to put these with our non-land cards. So I think that's how we're going to do that. So I just didn't forget. In fact, let's look in here real quickly. For the artifacts, artifacts are all one-sided cards. Multicolored cards are all one-sided cards. Okay, that's good. I don't have to fix anything. Instant, sorcery, creature, instant, creature, instant, creature, instant, sorcery, creature, 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 sorcery, creature, instant, creature, 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 sorcery, instant, creature, 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 instant, instant, creature, sorcery, instant, instant, creature. So that's how fast it can go. We're going to go with these first. This is the sorcery. These are the land ones and the sorcery. So we're just going to stack that right there and this right here. Alright, let's go ahead and do the instances. So land, land, non, land, non, land. So again, they're just one instance. Instant spell without land. The other two are actually possess land behind them. So, and here's another thing. You can throw this out there as a land first, and then later on, if you want to cast this later, you can, but it's gain control of target creature. Ooh, so again, I mentioned this in another video. I've always wanted to do, I think it's throw or hurl, where you gain control of somebody else's creature. It's a big, powerful, like a 20-20, and you just throw it at them. So you hit them with it, then you throw it at them. But let's go ahead and put that there. We'll put this on top there, and we'll go through our creatures. As you can see, this is going faster. Let's see here. Minotaur. Oh, yep, there we go. And alright, Minotaur. That's not. So it looks like we got a couple Minotaurs in here too. I didn't notice that until. No, Goblin, Minotaur, yeah, Minotaur until now. Human Wizard. Put that there. Next to the other. Oh, that is the same Human Wizard. Goblin, Human Wizard, and an insect creature. So we'll remove our lands. So here's one land. This guy actually goes here. So a cost of 6. So and all it does is trample. But there's also a land there too. So it's a possibility to cast a spell, but you can use it as a land. I enter that in my deck as just a land card. Depending on what I need at the time, I'll probably just keep it as a land card. Unless I go let's put a powerful creature there. I got enough land. Or can you ever have enough land? Think about that. Alright, so this is a Minotaur, costs 6. And this costs 4, this costs 4. I'm going to put that there. This costs 2, this costs 2. This costs 2, and then 3. And there we go. Alright, let me go ahead and put this in pause. Alright everyone, I'm back. Okay, so that was finishing up our red cards. We're going to go to the blue. So again, we got sorcery, instance, creature, creature, instant, instant, sorcery, creature, creature, enchantment. Again, I haven't had many enchantments during this set, so there's not many in this set, but we're going to continue. Creature, 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 instant, instant, creature, 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 instant, sorcery, creature, creature, instant, instant, creature, instant, sorcery, enchantment, creature, and instant. Alright, so the enchantments are just the same thing. We're going to put that up here. It does have a kicker, but we won't read that. We've done that before. Let's go through the sorceries. So basically, there are two sorceries. One that has X, one that has 4. So I'm going to put this behind there. Put that up there. Now we're in our instant spells, which has our extra land as well. So you'll notice right now I have 3 of them. There's 3 different kinds. And that's all it looks like. Oh, no, that's not. Let's see, put that there, and let's put that there. So the only instant that isn't a land card in this one is this one here. It's a counter target creature, non-creature spell, unless its control pays 1. Pays 1 plus an additional 1 for each creature in your party. So, we'll put that there. And definitely, if you're running a a party deck, it'll be worth it. So, party. So, okay, we'll look at those rules later on more. So we're gonna put these land instances in its own little pile here, and do our creatures for blue. So creature, 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 creature. See here. Creature, put this there. See here, what else there? It seems like there's like a lot of creatures. Usually there's more sorceries and spells in the blue category, but I think they've added. Well, it feels like they've added more, but I must admit it's been a while since I've added a box. Since I've opened boxes. So, all right. So there are a lot of creatures here. Only one of which is a land spell. So, that's interesting, but somewhat expected. So this costs 5. This costs 4. This, see here. Oh, this costs 4, same card. This costs 3. This costs 1, and this costs 1. All right, put that up there. Now on to our green spells. We have sorcery, sorcery, instant, instant, creature, 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 instant, creature, sorcery, creature, creature, creature. I hope this is not completely annoying with a repeated thing over and over again. I know people get annoyed by repeated stuff, but it does, at least for me, you guys decide whether it helps you. That's why I started doing that. If you remember, I didn't do that in the last one. But it might make things go faster if you focus on that. And right now, I'm doing focusing too, because I'm talking to you and doing this. So let's do those sorceries. Do that first. We have one sorcery that is just a normal sorcery, and one that's a land. Our instances, we have, oh, this one actually goes up there. Looks like we have one sorcery. One instant that is just a normal one, and then 2 that produce land, which from green I would expect that. So now creatures. Creatures are always pretty heavy for green. But it doesn't look like we have any creature for green that actually produces land, which I find slightly interesting. Alright, there we go. So there's our creature cards for green. None of them produce land, so what we're going to do is grab the most expensive, which are actually these two, to cast. Actually I was wrong. This one costs 6 to cast. This one is a 3 to cast, and a 3 to cast, and a 2 to cast. So we'll put that in the non-land category. And we'll take a moment to add a little water as we go through this very last common. Alright. Okay, so alright, this one is a creature, instant, creature, creature, sorcery, instant, creature, enchantment. Yeah, it somewhat can be annoying to do that, but this is generally when I'm talking to somebody and ask them, how you doing? I've been spending the entire time talking. But just as you go through your cards, just remember what different things you can do. I mean, my problem is literally having too many decks at one time. And not being able to play them. And when you have a group of 6 people playing at once, that gets really annoying because you have all these decks you want to play out, but dude, you what? Takes 4 to 5 hours to play one game because you're waiting on everybody. And again, that's kind of my complaint on having that, which is why I'm doing my hope to start a rotation. When I make my decks, I will do it now. So again, our enchantments are non-lands. We're gonna put up there. I only got 3 of those. I thought I had 4. I might have put one up here now that I think about it, but we'll deal with that later. But when building your decks, you want to make sure that you build a deck based upon what you're playing against. So multiple people, I learned that, dude, I need to deal with stuff that hits everybody together, and then I'm not a target until it's time to be a target, which is difficult. So you have to really find a lot of cards for that. And recently, I've opened a lot of boxes that actually have that. And since I think I'm focused on that, I'm noticing it more. But then I also want to play cards one-on-one now, because I could play more games. So I'm building decks specifically for that, and specifically for multiplayer. Or mini-player, I should say. Alright, so here we got our sorcery. It is a white sorcery. It produces land. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until the end of the turn. I would see wanting to do that if I had a lot of creatures, but also might need the land. So here are the instances. There we go. There we go. There we go. It looks like we only got 2. Oh, no, there's a third, and it's a land one. So we're going to grab this instance, put up here with the non-land ones, and put both of these that produce land right here. So creatures, let's see here, start putting these out, same thing. Yeah, kind of cute, but only kind of. So almost done organizing these, and it looks like I got like about 2 of everything except for this. I do have on this one another one that has a different, so it's the cooler art. So, and I can't remember if it was a foil, or as I call it, a shiny. Alright, looks like we got everything, so we're going to pull out our land creature cards first. We only have 1 of those, so we'll put that there. Then we're going to organize our lands. Looks like these are the most expensive, followed by these are 3, these are 2, and this is 1. So we've now organized all of our all of our uncommon cards, and prepped them from entering them into the computer. Since these are all land cards, I'm going to actually stack these. And generally, I would keep the uncommons not stacked, but because I know I have stacks in my room, I might stack them right now, just so I have all the uncommons with the uncommons, and I might put, I have a place I'll put them. But let's go ahead, we're going to end this video, and I guess I should start asking people to subscribe now. I will continue, and I'll see you guys another day. Have a great day.